Hey, how you doing? Welcome to my video and stuff. So, I haven't posted anything for quite some time, and there's been many reasons for that. One reason has been I just dropped the ball, just let go, and I forgot. And another reason had to be I was just too busy, really, very busy. No, um, sorry for these late posts. I've been really trying to post a video every week, but life got a hold of me, and I just wasn't able to do it. I just wasn't able to do it, and the reason why was I was doing this morning habit that was consuming my morning, and I was finding that I wasn't getting things done. Um, I wasn't getting my first things first done. And I was finding that I was masking or covering up or being busy with important but not urgent things. And because of that, I wasn't getting my priorities straight. So, what I had to do is I had to stop doing certain things that I normally do in the morning. And although I do feel that they're important, and I think they're relevant, and that I think they have weight and gravity, I just couldn't do it because after doing that for about an hour and a half, I was finding that I was only able to get maybe an hour of painting in. And because of that, I decided that I need to readdress my priorities. And what I did was I decided to espouse to the methodology of first things first. And with that, I just would wake up and I would go and paint. Um, and the reason why I'm talking about this is because in life we tend to label everything as important or urgent, and we don't discern what really matters. And I thought I could do it all. I thought I could do this morning habit where I do a little bit of journaling and do a little bit of writing, do a little bit of self reflection, a little bit of meditation, and breathing exercises so I can come in a little calmer. And I thought I could do it, and then I would have loads of time to paint. But it was getting longer and longer and longer. And when I was getting ready to paint, I was finding that I was I'd have like an hour, and then I was having like 45 minutes, then I had like 30 minutes, and then I just would miss it altogether. And I stopped and I paused, hit the pause button, and I had to think for a little bit, right? I had to self reflect. And I had to be really honest with myself, and really address the problem. I wasn't getting the amount of painting done that I'd like to, and things weren't progressing as fast as I could. Um, so I had to stop, and I had to say, as much as I feel that these morning things that I was doing had value in my life, I decided to throw them away. It hurt. It really hit me in the gut. Bam! Right in the stomach. It said, my stomach was saying, "Hey, why aren't you doing this anymore?" I was like, "Well, I have to let you go, um, because I needed to paint and it needed to get done." Um, so what I'm getting at is, if you are watching this video, you should think about what's important to you. Like, what is genuinely important? What do you want to do the most? And allocate time out of your day to do that. And try to do it where there's the least activity. I find personally doing it before everyone is up, before even like a work day starts. I find getting 3 hours of painting in before most people clock in or start their business hours is the best time for me. I don't like it. As a matter of fact, I dread it. I dread it. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it. I get up at 4 in the morning and I'm like, do I have to do this? Do I really have to? And my subconscious is saying, well, you don't have to, but you certainly would feel a lot better if you did it. And so I get up early in the morning so I could pursue these things. And that's where I do all my deep work. So what I'm trying to talk about is basically you should start thinking about what is most important to you. You should write it down and really put that on the first of the list of things to do for the day. First things first. Now, it's easier said than done. It takes a little bit of discipline. It also takes setting some habits in your lifestyle to facilitate it, right? You need to allocate time, a certain time of day to work on these first things first. And then when you're done with it, you can go about the rest of your day. I'm finding that I'm getting a lot more done. I'm finding I'm actually getting more painting done than I anticipated. I was good with getting 2 hours in. I'm finding that I'm able to get 4 hours in each day, which is probably my limit because I could do more, but there's some science going against me there where they're saying that the science is that you can't do more than 4 hours of concentrated work in a day. And I can kind of see that where you of course you can do the deep work for more than 4 hours, but it's at a depreciated value, meaning that you're not getting as much a result as you did those first 4 hours, probably as much as those first 2 hours. You start going up in a bar graph or in a line graph, and then after you hit that 4 hour mark, the returns of your labor starts going back down. And that's just how it is. Your mind gets exhausted and you're just not able to think as strongly, as acutely as you were at those 4 hours, before those 4 hours. Now, you could argue against me. I don't care because these aren't my words. This isn't my science. And I don't have the literature backing this up, but it's just something I've been stumbling upon through books and podcasts, and go stumble upon them. Find these books and podcasts, and read the literature, listen to the literature, and you will find that there is some science backing this up, where you're not able to work on intensely focused things for more than 4 hours a day. And I just like, and you're like, oh, you're wrong, Matt. Well, I don't know, sit down and do 4 hours of math problems and then do 4 hours more and see how well you function after those first initial 4 hours, and then come back to me. I don't know. Anyways, I wish all the best, and I hope to post more videos, and I hope to get better at this. Fingers crossed, right? Fingers crossed. So just address those first things and prioritize the important things in your day and get them out before the morning and before the work day begins, and you'll be much better off for it. Thank you again. Have a wonderful day.